Hi, my lovely spectators. Dee Dee here, and welcome to my studio. So we're here for another 3 Under 30, the Sevenplaza and Crafty by Tony collab for August of 2025. So I have in front of me my cutting board because we are going to use this. You will need a scoreboard. I'm using it as a scoreboard because I don't have my big scoreboard available right now. So what I want to do is to actually create the project and hopefully actually complete it. And so upon listening to some of the other crafters who have been doing this, like Margaret and Tony, there's prep to be done. And so my bits and bobs and stuff like that are all over here on the side. And my paper has been printed and selected. And I have my timer again. So my intro is not part of the 30 as per Margaret. So therefore, let me just give you a quick little overview that the 3 Under 30 is to create 3 projects under 30 minutes, like she said. It's like a mini mass make. That's what I was also trying to say yesterday with my alliteration. But yeah, so you want to make a little bit more, you want to make a little less, but you got to kind of keep it, you got to kind of aim for that 3 and keep it under the 30, and we should all be good. So this piece of paper, and there's another printout which I don't have a full because I prepped, watch people, is from Margaret's freebie of, no, not the freebie. Is it the freebie? No, it's the Weird and Wonderful, I believe. I don't think this is the freebie. So this is one of the background clusters that she has created. Collages. Why am I saying clusters? Collages. And I wanted to go a little bit more grungy. I like to incorporate some black. I had some things that I wanted to kind of use and go in a certain direction. I kind of want to be able to like actually get this guy done. So you will notice that I have the white borders on the top and the bottom. I had put in that I was wanting the US letter size, and I don't know why when I went to print it I have these. So I don't need the full 8 for my project, so I'm just gonna let's cut off the border. So I am gonna use the scoreboard for that. So we're gonna cut off the white for both sides. So when you do get an A4 size as a US and you go fit to screen or fit to paper or fill the paper, it'll do that, and you will have those white, but you might not have them on the top. So I tried to print borderless, and this is what I got. But like I said, that is fine. Now, when you have collage paper or any scrapbook paper, if you want to use something like this, you could use plain cardstock, but you can then decorate it, stamp it, do whatever you want. But directionality does play somewhat of a part in here. So therefore, I would tell you to really consider that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this 11 long, and whatever we cut off was what, maybe ½ inch. But I want to have a piece that is 5.5 inches tall. Okay, so I'm marking this at 5.5 inches. I'm looking down here. You can see up here, hopefully 5.5 inches. And I am going to cut this beautiful belly band, clustered snippet roll, happy roll, whatever. Keep that to the side. Not going to use it for this project, but it may come back to haunt us in another project. Anywho, so now you have your paper that is 11 by 5.5 tall. Now this paper has directionality, which goes up this way. For me, it's a little bit hard with not having the scoreboard here. I don't know if I can try to do it. Maybe up here. It's, I don't want to goof it up. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to score on the directionality going up, right? I want to make my first score mark at 1/4 inch. This Tim Holtz thing is like, you gotta pop these bad boys in. It's no bueno. I wish it could just stay there. He needs to redesign this. Okay, I don't know if every time I use it, I don't know if I'm gonna say that. So we're gonna score this. Okay, that wasn't great. Then if I'm trying to do this here, I can't. So for me, I have to turn it around because I want to score at 1/4 inch So that quarter of inch, let me see if I do it in the back. Yes, can you see it in the back a little bit better maybe? I hope you can. I think you can. I'm gonna line that up with my 5, right? So that means that for you guys, you're going to score at 5 and 1/4 if you have your scoreboard. I'm moving this up the next score line up to the 5 again, right? So then that means you would be scoring at 10 1/4. Okay, so you would have 1/4, 5 1/4, 10 1/4, and then you'd have this left over. We're keeping that whole thing. Okay, and then whatever the top is, right? This is my top. The bottom, I need to score at 1/2 inch. So for me, it's just easier, given what I'm using to do this. Okay, so that's what we have. So let me show you. I got some prep for you, just so that you can take a little screenshot. This is a trick a la Cafe Craft. Patricia does this on occasion. Oh, you know what? I forgot to start. So what have I done? Like a minute or two? I'm sorry. My clock is here. It should be where you guys can see it. You know what? I might just lay it here. I wanted to be able to see it so that I don't stress out. But is it in the frame? Oh, guys, I'm all over the place. I think it's good there. Okay, so this is what she does. Take a screenshot. So again, you have a piece of paper that has to be, again, this is full on. This is a 5 1/2 inch by 11 inch, right? You're going to cut your paper to that size. Then with your top facing up, 1/4 inch, 5 1/4, 10 1/4. Then you're going to come over here. And you're also going to score from the bottom. You're going to score 1/2 inch. Score. Then we're going to remove pieces. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so this is the one that you want to take a picture of. Snap, snap. And pause. So you have this. Okay. If you want me to take a picture of this and put it in the Ko-Fi so you can find it again later, let me know in the comments. I don't think that that's a necessary thing. So what we have here, so this is kind of backwards, because remember, this is me looking at the direction, so it's backwards. My big piece is here, my little piece is here. So I want to get rid of all of this and the little piece. Okay, so let's take a look and let's do that. Okay, scissors, 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 scissors. So here we go. Okay, so again, we want to take taking off. Okay, you know what? I did it in reverse. Let me see if this makes any difference. So we're going to take off this piece here, right? We're gonna miter that all together. We're gonna take off. So from this little skinny one in the bottom. Then we're going to miter up to the intersection, right? Up to the intersection. Okay. Then we're going to miter over here. And we're going to take off the whole bottom section. Okay. So there we go. All right. So your paper should look like this with all of your score marks. And what we're going to do is we're going to now fold. So we're going to fold there. We're going to fold there. We're going to fold this little tiny guy right here. And we're going to fold the bottom one, okay? So what we're doing is we're creating a pocket in essence, right? Basically. Shouldn't have cut this off. That was my mistake. You'll see why, okay? You're going to create a pocket that looks like this. This pocket is a 5 by 5, okay? This little piece was intentionally left off out. Now, if you don't want it and you don't want to do what I'm planning to do with it, you can put that bad boy in there, or you can cut them straight off. That's up to you. I'm going to use it, you know what, just for consistency. I'm just going to miter it so that it looks the same, because I can still use this even though it's not the final version of what I was intending. Okay, so here we go. Now, you're going to have one. And look, by the magic of television, I have 3 more, okay? The only reason why is because I used the same paper and I cut one from the top and then one from the bottom so that they look slightly different. Okay, so they've already been scored again and cut. So we'll get back to that in a minute. I do want to show you that I did cut this in backwards. Right, this is the one that is cut from the directions that I gave you, and this is the one that I cut when I was prepping, and I wasn't, I guess, paying attention. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter which one it is, because you're not going to see this tab. It's going to be used for something, and you will see what I mean. Well, it could matter, but anyway, we'll get to that. Okay, so what's going to happen is they're all been scored, right? What you're going to do is you're going to now bring out another tool. So you see that I folded this up here, right? And this is our edge. I want to be able to know where that is because I want to center, right? And I got both of them together. So if you watched the video yesterday, I made you take all your envelopes with the windows and use them. So now I'm going to have you making a window. So I have a 3.5 inch punch. So the biggest one that I have, I'm going to center and push this all the way down. And yes, I know the flap is there. And yes, I know people are going to be like, why are you doing that? We're going to make sure it's nice and tight and tucked there. And we're going to punch. Okay, so it's almost going to give me a hard time. So we're going to punch and we're going to get 2 circles and we're going to get this thing right here. Okay, do it again. Okay, we're going to put this together like this. Okay, we're going to make sure we know where the end is there, and we're going to flap up that guy over there, which is fine. Okay, so what is happening? Something is happening. Oh, no. He's short for some reason. Okay. This is the correct one. Okay, so let's do it again. That's going to be folded over. Don't worry about that. And then we want to see where the center is. We're going to stick this bad boy in here. You know, and this is live. This is being recorded live, not stopping. 30 minutes. We're going to keep going. And we're going to punch it again. Yes. You're going to get 2 circles. We're going to save those. You're going to get this. Is going to be cut. That is totally fine. Okay, let's do another one. This is going to be folded over. Okay, we're going to move this one and put this one up. And we're going to do it again. Right, he's folded over. And we're going to center. Again, center this. Push all the way up. And you're going to get the 2 circles. So, oh, why are you stuck? Why are you stuck? Please don't rip. Please no ripping. No ripping, please. Oh no. Isn't that just isn't that the way? Let's pray that it doesn't rip. No. Oh man. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got it. There we go. It's not pretty, but it'll fix up once we're done. So again, we're gonna fold this over. We have this. We're going to fold this back up here. Okay, and we're going to center again on the punch. Okay, make sure it's all the way down, and we're going to punch that out. Okay, now, just like with the other strip, we are not going to be throwing these bad boys out. These circles are lovely, and we are going to be utilizing them probably in the future. So hold on to those for a future project. Okay, so we have, this one's a little gnarled up, but it'll pass muster. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. So what we've done, and what I've had you do, is make a window. So I took away all your windows yesterday and used them for something else, and now I'm having you make another window. Okay, to what end or why, I'll show you in a minute. I'm just playing with the one that ripped. Okay, all right, and this one, you know what, and I'm gonna do this one, and it's still gonna work. It's still gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna have 4. Okay, let me show you how to do one, and it's gonna be pretty quick, right? What you're gonna need to also do is to get some acetate. You know where you're gonna get your acetate from? The bag of packaging that you've been hoarding. So you're gonna take out your stamp packaging, right? And you're going to take out the plastic, and you're going to measure a section that is 4 inches by 4 inches, and you're going to cut a piece of acetate to put over here on the window. Okay, so you're going to need 2 pieces of acetate per window. So we have 2 there. We have 1. Oh, they're flying all over the place. Way to go, way to go, way to go, way to go. Yo, you think you prepped, and you didn't really prep. No, you did prep. You just can't find the things that you prepped. I'm not gonna stop it. I gotta keep going. We will pull some more acetate out. The only thing is that I have put tape on that sucker already. All right, that's okay. We are rolling with the punches. We are rolling with the punches. Here's another piece of acetate. And another piece of acetate, so because we're gonna need quite a few. I don't know where the other one went. Okay, so those 2. So let's prep some acetate. Oh my God, it's 10 minutes. I feel the pressure. Oh. Okay, so let's see. This guy is he's about 4 inches, so that's good. We're going to cut it at 4. Okay, so 4 inches. We're gonna cut. See this thing changing the blade. Okay. We're going to cut at 4, and then we're going to cut again at 4. Okay, and this one will need to be cut separated like that. So that's 1 pocket. That's 2 pocket. This is 3 pocket. And we're missing 1 piece, so I don't know what happened to the other one that I prepped. Why am I still looking? We're gonna do 4 inches. We have plenty of packaging. 4 inches, and then we're going to do another square of 4 inches. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Let's save the packaging, but I am going to put this back because it's clear. I'm going to lose it because I can't see it. All right. So, ooh-cha. Again, this guy is the seam, so we're just going to pop them like that. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to take 2 of the pieces of acetate that you find. I put a tiny strip of tape, double-sided tape, to start me off because this the glue is going to take some time. I just want to put a small enough piece that I'm going to put it underneath the circle, and it's not going to get in the way because it's really thin tape, right? And then I can go ahead, take some glue and smush that down and let that guy get together. Oh no, I'm rushing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so a little bit, there we go. Okay, also what you want to do is to maybe take, well, not maybe, you should, because we're basically creating a pocket, so we're gonna put some tape up here. Okay, so let's do the other side. And we are putting that piece again right there. Okay, trying to be as smooth as possible. Gonna take some glue around the edge just because we want it to lay down nice and flat. And then we're going to take a piece of this so that nothing will scrape against the acetate when we put it into the pocket. Okay, see, it's not, and that'll also let it dry for us a little bit. Okay, just make sure you don't go through the window. That's why I peeled it up again, because I could see it through the window. Okay, so there you go. You made little windows. Okay, once that's done and it's like up in there drying or whatever, you're going to be able to now actually close it up. So you're going to fold this guy up, and you're going to put glue all the way over here, across, and the bottom. So this is why it didn't matter that we folded that lip up, because we wanted that circle piece to also be there. Then on this one, on this side, you're going to put glue on this edge, this 1/4 inch guy. Okay, and we're going to bring the two together. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to bring this down right there, and then close that up, and then this is going to close up there. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, let me just really get that guy to be secured down. Okay. And so now you have a pocket, right? And you have this piece right here that's sticking out. And you're like, why is that sticking out? And why is it the glue did not adhere well? So let's do that again. It liked the ink, but not the paper. Okay, where's my scrapbook page that I had the other day? Where is it? To demonstrate my demonstration page. Where did it go? Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. We'll just take out something. Let's pretend. I know the glare is probably not the best thing. Let's pretend that this is a. No, that's too glare. No, it's not that glare. You can close it down completely and just glue it down, right? If you wanted to. So you can put a nice image behind it and then put an image in the inside that will then show through, right? And it could be stationary, so you can have a pocket and then a pocket. That's fine. You can also glue it as a flap on the other side, and then you would be able to open it up. So you can have an image on this side and an image on that side. I'll show you how in a minute. Or you could even glue it as a top, right? And if you wanted to just keep it on the page and not over the paper, you could do that and glue it here. So that's what we're doing. We're creating a pocket window, and we are going to do another one, okay? So that we can see the process of putting this guy together. Okay, so we're going to have our adhesive on our acetate. We're going to go down here underneath the circle opening up to the edge of the score mark. Okay, the glue just a little bit to just, you know, make it be like, you know, holds it a little bit down. It will. And then we're gonna just take a piece of tape. Okay. Hey, okay. Now, I don't have the other one already prepped, so I'm just gonna, let's do it like this, freehand it. Let's go like that, and then we're going to, again, put the glue around it. Okay. I just like the anchoring effect of the tape on the bottom, but you totally don't need that. Look, you can do it just like this, right? And then again, and we're going to put the tape there, right? Okay. And we're going to now close it. So this one will come up. We will put the adhesive over here on the bottom tabs over here. And then we can bring that together. Okay. And then we can tuck this one in. And we can squirt a little glue up in there on the edge by the scar. And we have our little pocket. So now let's burnish these edges. Okay. Now, of course, if you wanted to ink around and stuff like that, you could totally do that. So again, we have another one that has an option of being in multiple places. So we've got two down. Okay. And then let's do the third. So So this is the one that got a little crunched up, right? You know what? And we said we're going to use him. So let's see how he looks after we just put them together. See that that doesn't really matter. So we're going to do this. I'm going to take our little piece of acetate. I'm going to put it down so that it is at the edge of the score mark. I'm going to pat that down lightly. It's going to hold it. We're going to take our piece of tape and we're going to cover that thing so nothing putting in the pocket is going to mess us up. Okay, we need another piece over here of acetate and around. Okay, and you know, you make the acetate big enough that it doesn't hurt to go a little bit away from the circle, and that's cool. Okay, cool. And then we're going to go like that. Okay, make sure that that's not over. I had a little issue there. Oh, did I get glue? No, just wipe it off. It's good. It's all good. Okay, and then we'll put the tape down. Okay, so make sure that tape. And we're going to now close this one. So this is the side that's gnarled up, right? So the side that's gnarled up, I just folded it up. Okay, we're going to put our glue down the edge. We're going to bring this bad boy over. We're going to press that down onto that. We're going to tuck this guy in and get the glue under there at the score line. Okay, nice good amount of glue. Okay, and we're going to make sure that everything is laying nice and flat. Okay, so there was a little squishage of glue, which should dry clear, so I'm not going to stress that too much. Okay, we're going to burnish, make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Nice and sturdy. We'll let those dry. Let's do the one that I messed up. So how did I mess this one up? This was probably the one that I cut for you on screen. So looking at it, I cut it at 5.5, which I was supposed to, but I scored the bottom. So I scored the bottom too much. So we still have enough space to put the acetate and all the other good stuff. It's just going to be a little shorter than the rest, which is totally fine. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. So I hopefully I can actually we call it. There we go. That I should have done the whole thing around. Okay. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so now what have I taken out? So I've got a couple things, cheapy supplies that I purchased from like the dollar store, things that I've gotten off of Temu, things that I just thought might go well with the black, the white, and the brown of this all. And so I'm gonna just make some clusters on the front for you guys to see how that all will look. Okay, so we got our protection tape from nothing that we put in here, bringing the acetate down. Okay, and then we're going to glue this one. So even though I did it wrong because it had been flipped up, it still has the circle. So we're going to do our glue on our tabs here. And I'm sorry if I keep dipping down. I'm trying to keep track of what I'm doing here in terms of what I see. Okay, I have to turn this guy over. And then again, tuck this one in to add the glue along the edge right there. Okay, here we go. All right. So looks basically the same. Let's burnish all the edges. Okay. All right, so we have our flip-floppy pockets. So 3 of them are this way, and they're all this way actually. I don't know what I was thinking. So 3 are taller, but all of the circles happen to be in the same space because we can only go so deep, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to just decorate now, because this is what we created. We created a pocket that we could actually put in something. I don't know. Where is, you know, nothing, you know, why am I trying to show you things and then I just can't find anything? Oh, they're over here. Okay. So I was making some masterboard yesterday and making some journal cards. So let's just take a little journal card. This is probably too short. And it goes in here, right? So you can see something that's there and you can also see what's on the back. Okay, so if you put something on the back, you get now something, a different visual. Okay. If you wanted to, you could find something that you could just put like, you know, completely, you know, put another piece of card as a divider. So when it's there, it's just, you know, you see something. Or you can just let the background of your page peep through. All right, let's decorate. Let's decorate these guys up. So I have a few things here. I have a bunch of things that I've made, you know, trying to save whatever. I have some of this. Now this is this aluminum foil tape. I just wanted to have a little bit of some of that on here. So we're going to it's metal. It is metal. So it is metallic, right? And we're gonna just take a piece and we're going to pop it over here. Now, if you go over, right, just a little rough, whatever. If you go over the edge of the circle, then on the other side, if you don't like what came out, then you know what, your cluster or your decoration can be on that same that side, and just cover that part of it. Okay, so that when you're looking through either side, it doesn't seem off balance. Okay. What else am I going to put here? I had some color. Well, I had these things that I did, which are stickers on clear. So I'm just going to put a little piece here to add a little color, right? And then I think on this side, I have these little houses, right? So again, something's going to be sticking out over here. So you may want to off balance it. You could put it off to the side. You don't even have to put anything else into the window if you don't want things to mess up. Or I have some little ones that I cut out as a coin. So let's see, I think I have one that has some color. So let's take this guy, another piece of color. So then when I put the house here, right, just a little bit in the center, I'm going to do this and put that little circle there. Okay, so now my house is going to go. I'm going to put a house down, and now the house is going to be on top of there. Okay, and it does stick out, but so does the circle. So now when I turn it over, what am I going to do? I'm going to add a circle. First, we're going to add some more tape to this side here, some color. Let's take another circle. This one has something like that. Okay. And then on this side, instead of putting a house, right, I have some other stickers here. This says the word forever, but it does make this happen. So we don't have to use the words if you don't want to use the words. This will peek out. I'm going to leave it like that. And then for an added little thing, I'm going to put a little key for my embellishment. Okay. And that's it. One pocket's done. You know what? I think I'm going to add a flower. Why not? Okay, right here at the end of the house. Okay, so one pocket is done. Come on, man, stay here. This is why it's not our glitter glue. It does not stay like you want it to stay. Okay, I'm gonna just put that one to the side, let him dry, and we're gonna decorate another. Let's decorate them all. They're all gonna be similar because they have the similar elements. So again, I'm gonna put a piece of let's do this. I'll put a piece of tape here, right, so I could change up the position. That means on the other side I'm gonna put a piece of tape on the other side so that that's there. I'm gonna take some more of my alcohol taped, put some color. Right, just flip it over, put some color. Okay. Now technically I know when I look at this that this is the up, and so what I want to do is now I want to say, what am I putting here? So I have some other types of stickers that I can use and embellish in a different way. And that'll be these guys here. These are from the dollar store. They create a boxing, another piece of acetate, boxy kind of motif. I do not want to cover all of my color, right? And let's see. This one has like a clearness to it, so I think I'm going to put it here. Just because, right? So now I have that side as thing, and if I'm going to flip-floppy it out, the other side, what can I do for the other side? The other side, I have just anything, really, you know? So you put some of these random shield-looking things. Okay. I got clusters of 3. And I think I'm going to maybe add some more flowers on this side. You know what? So, because I didn't like the glue taking forever, I'm going to do the glue dot. So the glue dot is from Temu. These guys are pretty strong. They're kind of big, but that's okay. We want our things to stick and stay. So I'm going to put one there. Let's take another black one. Let's put one over here. And we have another color. Let's put that there. All right. My clock says it has been 30 minutes. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I did decorate 2 of them. So, you know what? I'm going to decorate a 3rd one. I'm going to decorate the other 2 because why not? Because I'm here. And hopefully you'll hang around and you'll forgive me because, you know, I'm trying. I'm trying. So, I don't know if it's maybe that I'm trying to make this too much of a tutorial. But it's like I want to explain things to you guys. I want to tell you what's happening and why. So, yeah, no bueno. Now I can't get the tape off. Can you believe this? I can't get this tape off. Ay, Dios mío. So let's see how much longer it's going to take me to do these 2 since I can't open this damn tape. All right, here we go. Okay, and I'm just going to put a piece of tape on this side now, this time, right? And if you wrinkle it up, it will stay with the wrinkles because, like I said, it is a metallic-y tape. Okay, let's do a piece over here. Okay, and if I want to, I can just fold it over. That's not going to bother me. And I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to look to put a piece of tape to cover the side over here. That's adhesive, whatever. And another piece over here. Okay, not too big. Okay, there we go. All right, so there we go. So we got our first element down. So we're doing systematic. I'm gonna take some more of my, what is this called? I don't know. It's just whatever. Got a bunch of little pieces, so I'm gonna use them all. Okay. All right, and one last little piece, because you know everything is good. Everything is good. Okay. Okay, that was that I did not expect to happen. Don't know where it went. I think it ricocheted across the room. Okay, we're gonna stop with with trying to use every little microscopic. That's the word. Microscopic piece. Okay, let's add color to this one. Okay, I'm gonna add color on this side window and see what happens. That means that on the other side, I need to also kind of put it to mirror that a little bit. Wow, there's a lot of glare. I'm sorry. I hope this is, you know, you are kind of seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so I have nothing left from here. That was the edge. Okay, so we got our base down. Okay, we're going to do another little house. I'm going to put another little house on this one. And so because I'm going to do another house that has overhang rather, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach some more of this things. What is it called? This fake. So this was made with 2 different versions of this tape that I have there. Okay, and we're gonna put that there. Probably could use another layer of something like a fabric or something, but unfortunately I don't have that. So I'm just gonna go with this. Okay, and we're going to attach our little casita. Okay, and again, where's my glue dots? I'm gonna put a little flower on here. I'm gonna put a little flower there. And why not take another little flower? I think then I would have to put 3 of those on there. So another flower up here, and I need to add another one. Do I have to put it here? No, I can put it over here. Why not? Okay, so now to address the back, what I want to do is maybe find something, and I do have another piece that kind of has the same shape, so I could kind of cover some of it. Okay, and I'm going to cover that so that I don't see the ugly back of that. I'm going to take another circle. Let's see if I have one that has a little more color to it. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, and I could put another house. I do have another house, so that might be a thing. So what I've also noticed is that I haven't been really considering doing things a certain way. So let's recap that. So am I going to put another little house? No, I'm going to put another one of these guys without the word. So the love comes out, and I'm just going to put this up here. Hopefully you don't see it on the back. Not really. And then I have another key. Let's do another key. Here's a key. I'm going to do another key to go with that. All right. So we got that. So now we have another covered, right? So we have this one. And we have this one, kind of just basic, with the, let's guys fold it under. Come on. With the little flowers on the end. And the other side is, this one's super basic. Then this one's the first one we did with the little house, and on the other side, the other little emblem. Hanging off here doesn't bother me. Now, what I want to point out, which is why I stopped, was because when we are going to put them into the journals, the journals, I'm going to just use this. No, not this. Where is it? One of these. That's not big enough. Why do I keep torturing myself? I don't know why. Alright, you know what? Let's do this. Let's say this was our journal, right? Again, you can glue it down completely, not decorate both sides, right? And then you would have a pocket and you can see whatever was in there. Or you can glue it down flat on the center, like this, where this is there, and then you would have this flippy floppy pocket, right? So notice that this and then the pockets up here, the directionality of your embellishment needs to kind of match, right? So that's one thing that I hadn't shown you variety of. So that's there. If you wanted to do it on the side, right? Wanted to do it on the side, you could, right? And this could be on the other side of the paper, and then it opens like this, like that, and it's on an edge. Okay, and then the other side of the paper would show, oh my goodness, the other side of your journal page would show that. That's an option, right? Okay, the same thing. So we did this one, so that's like this. Okay, now this is sticking out. That doesn't bother you. And then you can flap it open. It's like that. Okay, now this one's the only one that I was saying when you don't pay attention to directionality. You can put it at the top. This doesn't really matter directionality-wise, so that you could flop it up this way. Okay, so just showing that the options that you have. So we're gonna just decorate the last little one. We can put it on the bottom. So let's decorate it with the intent of it going like this. So let's put, let's see here. I don't know. I kind of want to put like a bigger house. So let's try that and see how we can cover the other side. So now if you're going to do that, right? So this is going to be facing up. If it's something that's recognizable, you may not want to do that. You know what? Just for funsies, I'm going to take one of the, what do you call it? keys and put it there, right? So now if this was on the bottom, right, maybe I'll put a couple of flowers or something. When you come this way, you got to cover that, but remember, it's got to face up. So let's see if I have something that I can cover this with. So I can look at the embellishments that I have. That's not going to work. Do I have a piece of this? I have this. I have that, right? I could do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm not exactly matching it exactly, but it's approximating to whatever. So it's not that obvious. Okay, and let's take a look on the other side. I could, see it, but I can always, tuck another little circle there. Let's do that. Now, I know I'm obscuring the whole point of the pocket here, but is enough of the pocket still visible that you can do that? And with that said, I can then add another little circle so that it doesn't look. So you keep adding and flipping as you need to in order to make these things kind of like disappear into each other. Okay, and then what am I going to do? Do I want to do another house? I could do another house here. It's too close to the edge. Yeah, I would have to do a lot more things. So you know what? I'm going to take another one of these guys. I'm going to put it here. Okay. And I don't like this thing sticking out. It's not going to bend over, so I'm just going to trim it off. Okay. Trim it off. And now my pocket is coming in from this side, so it's going to be on the bottom. Why the bottom? Because that way, when it's this way, it's going to be seeing me, and then when I go like this, I'll see it that way. So what else can I add? Let's add some more flowers. Where are my flowers? Where's my thing? What time is it? 40 minutes. Okay, you know what? That's not bad. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, let's go here. Okay. Let's go there. And then the color that I'm missing is this one. I'm just going to put it up here. Okay. On this side, let's see. I want to add something? Sure. Let's add a cluster down here of these little tiles. Let's see, you're gonna get one more. Where is it? Here we go. One more like this. I think up there, right? Yeah, why not? So I would say this one is completely done. Okay. This one was super basic minimalist, right? Bum bum. Bum bum. This one is done like this, and then the other side is like that. Okay, we've got the three little flowers, making sure we have enough flowers representation, and we have just one. I think I'm gonna put two more here, but off to the side. So let's see, one over here, and then where's the other color? We lost our little ball. Oh. Okay. No bueno. No bueno. But the booger is there, meaning the double-sided sticky thingy. Okay. So 4 in 42 minutes. So let's say each one was about 11 minutes. So 3 in 33 minutes. Anyway, that's my craft, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that this is something that, another little twist on just things that are already out there, because you know what? Paper is paper. There's only so many ways you can fold things. And so it's just making it as interesting and interactive is always a plus. So if you like what you see, if you have any questions, please comment below, and I will be thinking about what I'm going to do for tomorrow. So yeah. thank you for staying and hanging out. And like I said, watch out for me. So if you want to, subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll be notified when my next video comes out. Until then, ciao, ciao. Bye.